Hey guys, what's up? This is John Basinger of Basinger Photography, and today I just want to give you a brief tutorial on, well, basically more or less a tip on how to get around buying a hugely expensive macro lens and still get fantastic photos. So once this lens wants to cooperate with me. Oh, I was doing it. I'm sorry. Anyway, what you're going to need for this, they call it a reversing ring. It's a little ring. It comes like this. This one's for a 58mm camera, and it works for Canon. So when you're buying these, make sure you do your research. Make sure you find out that this particular reversing ring that you're looking at works for your particular lens of your particular Canon. It has to work for that particular Canon camera, and I would also recommend, of course, doing your research. Make sure that this reversing ring will fit on the lens that you are looking to use it on, because if not, you're going to get it and it's not going to fit your lens, and it's going to be money out the window that you should have researched. Before we get into this, I apologize for looking like shit because I just got done with work, and I just figured I got this in the mail today that I better just, share it with you guys. What's, a good workaround for this, for not spending a buku amount of money. I believe I spent $5 to $6 on this. I can't recall. I'm using my phone to record this, so I can't really look it up. But, okay. So, first step you do once you get this is... Wrong way. I have it the right way. Now, I recommend taking this off, taking your lens off first, and then just putting your reversing ring on. It just makes it a lot easier. And then flip it. Oh man. Ooh. You almost seen a grown man cry. You almost seen it. But anyways, flip it around and you screw it on here. Now, this is not this camera, like all these little gears and stuff up here, are going to be disconnected from the camera. So it's going to tell you straight off the bat that there's a lot of settings of your camera you can't use because this is disconnected from your camera. This is just a workaround, like I said, a cheap workaround. So like aperture and stuff, you're going to need aperture. Most cameras have this thing called the depth of field preview button or whatever. I'm not sure. There's plenty of videos on YouTube on how to do that, how to set your aperture that way before you put this lens on, before you flip your lens over. I don't remember it, and I don't have that button, so I'm sorry. So there's another way. They say that you can tape up here and it'll keep your aperture thing open so you can snap photos. I didn't have to do that. This is a EOS Canon Rebel T6. Not the T6i, the TS. So, T6, not the TS, the T6, I'm sorry. Can't talk. So anyway, what you're going to want to do on here is you want to make sure that your camera is in manual mode, because that's the only way that this is going to work, is if it's in manual mode. Alright, turn it on. Most likely it's going to tell you that there's no aperture, and if you try to set your aperture, it's going to say, please connect the lens, blah blah blah. You can't do it, and even if you disconnected this and flipped it back around and then adjusted the aperture and then did that, it's still going to do the same thing. It's going to go to 0. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have to do the workaround here, I'm thinking. Maybe not. Maybe not. No. Okay, so I had to fiddle with the top up here. these little area right here. I had to like just fiddle with this to get it to work for me properly. But yeah, it does do a really great job at the zooming at the fraction of the price.